Hello, podcast listeners. Welcome to episode 35 with the Doctor and the Dork. This is Olivia here with our co-host Frankie.
What's up, guys? Bet you didn't expect that one. We pulled a sneaky on you.
A sneaky, a snaggle fraggle, some may say.
Okay, I can admit I have no idea where I got that from.
Yeah, you also was not. You didn't look like Cinnamon Toast. You looked like a gray blob.
It's close enough.
Anywho, how are you all? How was your Chinese New Year? How was your Valentine's Day weekend? I feel like there's something else that happened this weekend, but I don't remember.
Nope.
Alright, Frankie, how was your Valentine's Day weekend?
It was horrible, guys. I was stuck hanging out with my girlfriend the whole time. I'm just kidding. So, Olivia and I went down to Philadelphia, and we stayed in the Renaissance something.
Yep, I agree. Hotel.
Yeah, the Renaissance Hotel. It's in the historic district of Philly. It's approximately a block away from the Liberty Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that, and what was it, like the First Bank of America was there, and...
Oh, I mean, it wasn't a Bank of America, but yeah, the First Bank of America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
because my bank is Bank of America.
Oh, no, I think it was, like, literally the First Bank of America.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Yeah, so that was cool.
But it didn't have bank stuff in it. It had portraits.
No, it was just...
Why do you give it that face? I thought that was a pretty cool display for $0.00.
Yeah, it did cost us nothing. I'll give them that.
And there weren't very many people there.
I think I recognized one portrait in the whole thing.
There were about 82 portraits of George Washington, so you at least recognized 82 of them.
I saw, like, one statue of George Washington. I was also taking work calls.
That's
so
true, yeah.
I was
being
half
stressed
paying
about
attention.
Work. So we did that. We saw the Liberty Bell from the outside because there was a really long line, #Rona. And then we went back on Sunday morning, but Sunday morning there was an ice storm and like everything was closed.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
But we did go to the marketplace.
You can tell them about it. I know about the marketplace.
So this was like the reading terminal market, and inside there's like a bajillion different vendors that sell all different like food things, and yeah, we got lots of good food.
All right, guys. She did a horrible job explaining this. I'm going to pitch it to you the same way I pitched it to her. All right. You guys know when you watched Harry Potter and they got to Diagon Alley and there's just vendors everywhere, or better yet, Hogsmeade. Where they go vacationing for Christmas, it's the little village outside Hogwarts. Yeah. So it's like that with a ton of vendors in an underground building. It's not really even underground. It's ground level.
I know, you kept saying it was underground, and I was like, we definitely didn't go underground.
It very much feels underground. But it's like this giant open floor market. There's got to be at least 100 vendors, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd say. And it was in full swing despite Rona, which I appreciated.
Yeah, no, it's bumping in there year round. We got breakfast. We got all kinds of candy.
What was your favorite thing that you got in there?
Breakfast at the something Dutch breakfast place.
Mine was the carrot cake. I love carrot cake, but it's one of those things that like nobody else really likes carrot cake. So when am I ever to make carrot cake? I think your mom likes carrot cake, so I think I could definitely use that as an excuse to whip up some carrot cake. You know what? Maybe I'll do it for next weekend when they come take honey.
Oh, that'd be nice. But yeah, so yeah, we hit the terminal reading market. We also hit the Art Museum of Philadelphia.
Oh yeah.
Though that was kind of brief. I wish we could have spent more time.
Yeah, we didn't get there till later, and like it closed earlier than I feel like it probably usually does. And then the entrance, they only have one entrance open, I'm guessing, because of Rona, but like it was not very clearly labeled. And as we said before, there was ice literally everywhere, so it was like risking your life to get to the museum.
I'm so yawny right now.
I can tell.
I'm sorry. I hadn't yawned until I got onto the podcast.
We're already posting this late, so sorry, our listeners, but yawns and all, we had to make it happen today because we've had doubters that the podcast is going to be able to persevere. Cough, cough. Don.
Olivia.
But and then we went out. We had a nice dinner at the Argentina steakhouse.
It's Argentine Malbec something, another steakhouse.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, we hit like a bunch of places. I'd be lying if I said I really recalled all the names. I was kind of tipsy.
Yeah.
I mean, we did walk there and back.
The appetizer was really good and the dinner was really good. The cake wasn't for me, and that's coming from a dessert lover.
Honestly, I thought it was really sugary.
It was very sugary. I just, you know what it is? I don't really like soggy things, and the whole bottom was like, it was like a milk cake or something.
Oh, yeah.
You remember
it's like
now?
a triple leche something.
Yeah.
No, I didn't love that.
Yeah, but everything else was pretty delicious.
So, yeah, that was Valentine's Day weekend, though. We went down to Philly. We toured around the town and, well, really just the historic district. But it was a lot of fun, guys. If you haven't been to Philly, I recommend checking out their historic district. It feels like old Boston, except it's old Philly. Cobblestone streets, people walking blindly into the road, terrible
Frankie
drivers.
loves that when people just walk out into the middle of the road. He also loves bad drivers. Really brings out the best in him.
It really does. I'm just such a kind-hearted person.
Anywho, some logistic things that I'd like to cover are, one, shout out to Jotty for the YouTube comment. Thanks, Jotty. I think I am going to be getting a Subaru. We will keep you all posted as time goes on. Who knows? Maybe Subaru will give us a little sponsorship. Maybe I'll say, if you take $1,000 off my car price, I'll mention you guys on our huge podcast.
To all 30 listeners.
I'd also like to give a shout out to Frankie's dad for his birthday this past week. I realized we gave a shout out to my grandma for her birthday, and we never gave a shout out to your dad.
Hey, happy belated birthday, Dad. You're 51 now.
Wow, there you
talk about just dating him. Yeah, just carbon dating him right there.
What else do I have? We still don't have the new camera. When are we going to have the new camera, you ask? Your guess is literally probably
Your guess is
better
good
than
as mine. My work laptop, the new one, I had to send back because it has a dead battery.
Oh, really?
And I was locked out.
They just straight up said you send it back?
Yeah, they were like, send that shit back. So we sent it back, but they overnighted it there. And then I've had an email correspondence with the guy, and he said it should take him 4 days, and he can just overnight it back.
Oh, that'd be nice.
So I'm like, all right, that'd be kind of cool.
So we'll see. Maybe by episode 40 we'll get it on for you guys.
Maybe someday.
I'd also like to point out that we still have not done our book review. I'd written down maybe we'll do it by episode 36, but let's promise episode 37. Think we can commit to that?
Yeah, I've dragged my feet on Lord of the Rings. I have like 100 pages left.
It's okay, because I still need to finish the book anyways.
Yeah, I got like 100 pages left on Lord of the Rings. It's just, I got to the Battle of Pelennor Fields and just, it's such a good part of the book too, and I don't know.
Dragging on it?
Yeah, I just started dragging my feet. And then, because I powered through the first 2 books like it was nothing. They were so good. And then I got into the 3rd book, and I was like, yeah, whatever. So I just hate reading about Frodo. I don't like reading his parts. I love reading all the other parts, though.
Interesting, because that was the only part of the movie I really enjoyed. Frodo's parts. Anywho, that's it for the weekend review. I felt like I did a lot of talking for that, so would you like to go into the dork segment?
Yeah, I'll do the dork segment.
Okay.
Guys, I got a short segment this week.
Woo-woo.
Yeah, I know. Considering, well, we didn't skip last week, right?
No, we're just 2 days late.
Yeah, we're 2 days late. All right, so big news, guys. I know I talked to you guys last month about it. There were 3 missions to Mars. Obviously not people missions, but yeah, count them 3. And I only know about 2. So what's that tell you? I'm not doing my homework. But NASA's Perseverance robot landed on Mars as of, I think it was like 2:33 today. Because there is the window of 7 minutes of terror, they called it. Because basically they couldn't, based on the time delay on how they send orders to the robot, it takes 7 minutes to get, directions to it. So there was a 7-minute window. They gave it its last orders on how to land, and the robot just had to execute on its own. So, and they couldn't get feedback, like if it crashed and burned or something, and they wouldn't know for 7 minutes. But it got through, it landed, and it landed up in some dried up lake, and it's looking for evidence that there was once life on Mars. And which they're becoming increasingly, what's the word for it? Increasingly sure that there was, not like bipedal like us walking around or animals, but they think there was microbial life because there was water. And currently there's still a lot of frozen water on Mars, but So yeah, we'll see in the coming years, guys. I mean, Perseverance is going to be there for a while, collecting samples and sending data back and a lot of stuff like that. Followed up with UAE, their Hope satellite or Hope mission. I really don't know a lot about it. But they're calling it Hope, whatever it is.
I have something a little bit unrelated to say about all of this that I think you'll appreciate, though. I think this would be a great opportunity for AI to go to. Like, we can't put humans out on Mars. They say you wouldn't be able to send us out and send us back with the technology we have. But you could definitely just send some AI up there, and they could, like, start building the civilization for the rest of us.
Oh, send some robots? Yeah.
Don't you think it's a good idea?
It's doable. I mean, you got Boston
if we can
Dynamics.
Send this little Perseverance up there, why not?
Well, they said the package, I guess, was like a couple $1 billion for this robot. I was like, wow.
Must be nice. Couple billion laying around.
Yeah, right. Way to go, NASA. But yeah, so UAE's Hope mission got there, and it is currently, I guess their mission is to navigate the planet for several years, taking photos, and then to land. So it's currently in orbit of Mars, taking photos of a bunch of stuff on Mars, like real up close photos though. So that's really interesting that 2 of the missions got there. I haven't heard of the third.
It would be cool to have battle bots on Mars where like all the countries set up their
That would be awesome. I wonder how long it takes before, I hate to quote Fight Club, but, like, seriously, when we get into space, it's going to be all the large corporations naming the planets.
Yeah, it's going to be something.
The moons of Starbucks. Like, it's...
A Facebook.
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah, I'm not nearly as creative as Chuck Palahniuk there to start naming stuff. But, yeah, he named a bunch of really good ones. But, yeah, seriously, it'll be the corporations naming the stars.
That's fair.
So... But yeah, so we're officially back on Mars, guys. And NASA also came out and said that they realistically think that the 2024 date that they put out for putting people back on Mars or on the moon is not realistic anymore, and that they're going to push it out. So we'll see where that goes. I bet Elon Musk beats them to Mars, I guess it would be. I bet he gets to Mars before they get to the moon. Honestly, at this point, that guy's just on
something.
Yeah, he's just really gung ho. All right, so guys, I know you all hate social media.
You're not supposed to say guys anymore. Remember?
Yeah, girls, women.
No, Don says you say "Hey ladies." Guys" too much.
Hey ladies.
I don't think that's any better.
Does that sound like I'm hitting on someone?
Hey ladies. Just the dork checking in. You can contact me at drandork@gmail.com.
So, we all have a unified hatred of social media. It has all eaten our soul. We're all addicted to it. Well, I'm not, because I'm not on. Well, I'm addicted to Reddit.
I was going to say in phone games, so like phone games are right.
Yeah, I'm 10% better. Yeah, so we're all addicted to Facebook, but not Australia anymore. They're fighting back. They're trying to charge Facebook a fee. Basically, they have to pay the originators of news links that are posted on their site. So basically, if you post, if a news outlet posts something on Facebook, Facebook has to pay that news outlet. Is what Australia is going for. At least that was my understanding. If I'm saying that wrong, please read the article and let me know what your interpretation was. But that's
Please come on the podcast and be a guest.
Yeah, please explain it to me, because I might be too dumb for this one. But needless to say, Facebook had a knee-jerk reaction and is now banning all news articles in Australia on their platform, which I find kind of, I guess wrong is the word. I don't know how I feel about that. This is really weird.
So if it's not an Australian news source, can it post on Facebook?
I don't know.
Like if it's an American news source, then is it kosher? He doesn't know.
No, you got me beat. It also hasn't been passed yet, but Facebook literally just got ahead of the ball and was like, we're banning all news articles. So that's a thing. Last 2 things, guys. 1 is my video games, and 2 is an idea I'm having.
Right now, at this moment?
Yes.
I felt that, yeah.
So, I'm thinking about picking up Doom and Doom Eternal with the Old Gods DLC. I have seen them played. I played part of Doom. I really want to play Doom Eternal. They look like a lot of fun. They are a lot of fun. Who am I kidding? The soundtracks are amazing. It's basically just a metal concert the whole time. Yeah, I really want to get on board with it, and I think I'm going to pick it up. But let me follow that up with, I think I'm going to go over to a gaming PC, guys. I'm on the hunt. If you guys have recommendations for gaming PCs, whether I can buy a pre-built setup or I should order a rig piece by piece and just assemble it.
Order it piece by piece. My old fellow built his own PC, so I bet you could do it.
Yeah, it can't be that hard. I've seen plenty of videos. Where are you going to put it? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
He also wants to get a chess table.
Yeah, definitely need a chess table, guys. That's the next thing.
We're going to need to add on a room just to put in all these ridiculous
The chess table
items.
could go in the sunroom.
Yeah, that's fair.
Last thing, guys. What are your thoughts on motorcycles? Ridiculous. Olivia's family, you guys don't get an opinion on this.
Why? They don't want you. He's not going to put me on this new one anyway. He's planning to basically crash and burn on this new motorcycle.
I'm not planning to crash and burn. I'm planning to go vroom vroom on the new motorcycle.
Don't worry, Graham. I won't go on it.
So, no, seriously, this is realistically going to be a one-seater because a lot of sport bikes are one-seaters. It won't be like the BMW.
Are you going to get rid of your other bike?
No.
Where's that going in the garage? Just out of curiosity.
I guess you're going to have to park outside again.
Oh, interesting. Your 5 vehicles, your quad, your snowball, your 2 bikes, and your truck are all...
They gotta be in the garage.
Oh my goodness.
Like maybe
you're gonna have to put one bike like in the trailer.
Well, then where's the quad gonna go?
No, in like the camper.
Oh yeah, I could put a bike in the camper.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, we could put the BMW in there.
Okay, that's fine. Ridiculous.
But no, so I really want to get a sport bike, guys, and yeah, let me know what if you guys have preferences on sport bikes or which ones you think are cool. And for you guys out there that are really into bikes, because I don't know any ladies that are into bikes, into motorcycles.
Are you being sexist right now? You telling me you've never seen a chick by herself on a motorcycle?
I've seen chicks. I don't know any chicks that ride. So.
Somebody please write in to Dr. and Dork.
Ladies, if you ride, please tell me what I should be riding.
Somebody please make a fake account saying that you're a lady motorcycle rider. Just so we can prove them wrong because it's so satisfying.
I feel like that's catfishing.
You know what? For the first time in Frankie's life, the other day, he got to be right about something and he held it in my face the whole rest of the night. And I know he loved it.
Are you talking about you accusing me of moving your stuff, the queen of moving things in the house, guys? Yeah. That's
what?
Oh, what? Yeah.
Is it my turn to talk?
Yeah, go for it.
It might have something to do with an item being moved by me.
It may have.
All right, guys, we're here with the doctor segment. So let's talk about what's new in the doctor segment. One I'm thinking about doing, I've thought about a couple new fun things for my segment. The first one is going to be, I was thinking, a pharmacy fun fact. So let me know how you guys would feel about that. That'd kind of be nice because, you know, like the alliteration there, pharmacy fun fact.
Fun fact, Adderall's good for you.
I'm just concerned that I might not have enough content to last every week.
What?
The second thing I was thinking of doing for the pharmacy segment was a new FDA drug approvals, like mostly because like I see these commercials, and once you're out of pharmacy school, like you guys who graduated with me, you know, you aren't constantly aware of these new drugs that are coming out. So I thought it might be good for me, the pharmacist, and for you, my listeners, to really stay afloat on, you know, what drugs are newly coming out. Don't you think that'd be fun?
I think that'd be cool.
But I have neither of those prepared for this week, so...
What, you can't whip up a single fun fact?
I thought I would do something like the fun fact of, like, the rate of medication errors that pharmacists makes. Remember you heard in your book the other day how low it was?
Yeah, it was at, like, 2%.
Yeah, it's pretty low. And then the other fun fact I was going to do, but I didn't, like, have any good examples ready to go, were, like, that we use what's called tall man lettering in pharmacy. So if two drugs sound very similar to each other, we actually capitalize some of the key different letters in the word to hopefully like help it stand out so that it doesn't look the same.
Is that...
I'm trying. I should have 89 good examples ready to go, but I currently have 0. So
well, you hit us with like 3 fun facts already.
Here's diltiazem and diazepam. So you can see how similar those sound, and also when you look at the words themselves, they look pretty similar. You got the D, you got the Z, you got the M. You know what I mean? If you're real quick, everything's in alphabetical order, and you're just grabbing the drug real quick and counting it out.
So I'm not going to lie, I already forgot the first word.
Diltiazem and diazepam.
I heard diazepam because I've heard that one before.
Yeah, diltiazem's like a heart drug.
What's the other one?
Diltiazem.
No, the
diazepam.
Yeah, what's that one do?
That's for anxiety.
Maybe that's why I've heard that one.
But yeah, so they capitalize letters that are different to hopefully help reduce those medication errors. There's your fun pharmacy fact for the day. Next, let's give you your corona update. Johnson & Johnson's vaccine, I still haven't seen that it's gotten the emergency use authorization yet, but I did read an article that said they should be getting the green light by the end of the week, so we will have to see what happens with that. There's also a study that's going to be going on in the UK where they're basically taking healthy volunteers from ages, I want to say 18 to 30, and essentially inoculating them with the coronavirus.
You go, UK.
I'll give you guys more information on that once I read a little bit more about it. Frankie mentioned it, and I briefly skimmed through an article, but it sounds like they're kind of just in the developmental stages of that right now.
I don't know why that's not more commonplace.
It's the liability. If what are you going to do if somebody dies and they're going to come back and sue you for some reason?
I guess my thing is, all right, you signed off.
This. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean, I just, on my perspective, I think it's a thing for the greater good.
Yeah.
And I think there are genuinely people that are like, because I'm assuming they're taking all healthy people, but I'm assuming there's people out there that would genuinely sign up for that. And just be willing to do it.
No, from what I was reading, I didn't read too much about it, but it'll be helpful to see, like, to look at how the virus is spreading and how effective the vaccine is and how helpful it is to stop it from spreading and things like that. Like, basically some of the answers that you just can't really study in clinical trials because it wouldn't be ethical. Anywho, I also have one other study that I'm going to talk about, and it's about this drug called Semaglutide. It's actually initially a type 2 diabetic medication. So it's most commonly used as an injection, but you only give it weekly. So that's kind of nice if you don't got to worry about a daily pill or something like that. But it was recently studied in the STEP trial for weight loss instead. So basically you used a 2.5 weekly dose, 2.4 milligram weekly dose, and they looked at weight loss over 68 weeks. And what they found was that those...
Wait.
Yeah?
68? Who picked an arbitrary number like that?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's 68 weeks. Yeah, a little over a year.
Well, 52 weeks is a year. Yeah, I know I'm that dumb, guys. I gotta say it so I know it. And then you said 68, so that leaves me... Oh, so that leaves me 16 weeks?
Yeah, so 4. So
okay, so 16 months?
Yeah.
Okay. Still seems...
You think they do like either 6 months or a year or something like that?
Yeah, it just seems arbitrary.
Yeah.
I guess I'm more interested in why that number now. Sorry, I'm weird.
Okay. So anyways, at the end, they ended up enrolling just over 1,300 patients to be treated with the drug and about 650 that got placebo instead of the drug. And yeah, the average body mass index was 38. So if you remember, a couple weeks ago we talked about obesity, and obesity is defined at equal to or over than 30. So most of these patients were clinically defined as obese. Anyways, the results were those that got treated with the drug had a 14.9% reduction in weight versus a 2.4% reduction in weight.
Oh,
pretty
wow.
good, right?
And what's this drug do again?
So it's initially,
what was it made for?
It's initially a diabetic drug, and it essentially helps the body become more sensitive to insulin. So I wanted to talk about this drug because most weight loss drugs that we see, the main effect it's doing is making your heart beat really fast, which is therefore getting your metabolism to really speed up, and essentially that's why they all get taken off the market, because initially...
Strokes.
Yeah, they eventually have some terrible side effect. But this one, it sounds like at the root of it might actually be helping to treat the actual problem at hand. And so then when they looked at it in like actual well, they looked at it in kilograms because that's scientists stuff, but they lost 15.3 kilograms in the drug group versus 2.6 kilograms in the placebo. So each kilogram is 2.2 pounds, so, just over 30 pounds.
Okay.
In just over a year. So not terrible. Granted, this is in combination with a healthy lifestyle.
Well, I guess
allegedly. But either way, that's still way more than the placebo group did with a healthy lifestyle.
I guess my question is, it's great and all that they use percentages.
Yeah.
But I guess my thing it comes down to is, like, were they male or female? And what was their starting diet? Like,
yeah.
Because
well, that's why I pointed out the initial body mass index, is that most of them were already obese at baseline.
Because you can take somebody that eats, like, really bad food every day. Like, that drinks soda, right?
Yeah.
You can take someone that drinks soda, cut Coca-Cola out of their diet,
yeah.
and they'll drop 20 pounds in a couple of months.
Well, that's why you've got the placebo group, is I would assume that, and this might be an incorrect assumption, but I would assume that if you're overweight, that you're probably having some sort of health style that isn't entirely healthy. So therefore, in both groups, they both would have had an unhealthy lifestyle to start and then been changed to a healthy lifestyle. You know what I mean? And then one group was given saline and one group was given a drug.
Which I'm also questioning. Man, 16 months of a diet on a trial? Whew.
You don't think people probably stuck to that diet?
Man, I got trouble doing 30 days. That's torture. I mean, kudos on them for sticking with it, but that is torture. Man.
Anyways, I'm assuming that they're going to get approved for this indication, especially since they're already approved for another indication already. But I am going to post the link, or eventually we'll get the link posted in the description with the actual study if you are interested and want to read more. It was published in the New England Journal of Medicine recently.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, that's really all I have to report this week. It was probably going to be a shorter pod, but
yeah,
we
rambled long enough.
You think so? Do you have anything else you want to say to our dearest listeners?
Yeah, guys. Motorcycle recommendations and gaming computer recommendations.
Why don't you go give us a follow at Dr. and Dork on Instagram? Why don't you send us an email, drandork@gmail.com? You know what I think? I got to start putting these plugs early in the episode because our average YouTube watch time is 8 minutes and 35 seconds.
Really?
Yeah, so I need to stick it in the beginning there. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to start plugging early then.
Or just make the podcast better so people listen for like
That's true. We could just, start raffling stuff off and then...
But that's it. You got anything else?
No, that's it, guys.
I think maybe, for our next episode, we'll do, a really good job preparing and maybe deliver a really great episode.
Yeah, we'll pull through on the next one.
You think
we'll do
so?
some research this weekend.
I feel like there was something else I was going to tell our listeners, but I don't remember. The last episode, if you're a YouTube watcher, was a little crooked. Oh, that reminds me. Check out, I was watching one of the videos, and you can see how the Arrow Garden develops over the week. So go ahead and, and look at the Arrow Garden. It's really flourishing back there.
That thing really is.
We are growing tomatoes and peppers and thyme and parsley.
Yeah, we need 2 other things.
Yeah, it doesn't have room for 2 other things.
It does. I've seen pictures of the Arrow Garden absolutely bumping, and she refuses to make this thing bumping.
Because I want them to flourish.
They are.
I don't want them to bump.
They're gonna fight.
I want them to grow.
Look, they have to fight for survival. Let the strongest plants win.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Bye, guys.